the headlines scream. Power grab, a broken dream. Watchdogs gone, the system bends. Justice twisted where it ends. Promises whispered, lies unfold. A gilded cage, a story told. He claims a mandate, whispers loud, but cracks are showing in the crowd. Is this the land where freedom rings, or just the echo of puppet strings? He rewrites rules, a tyrant's hand, across the nation, shifting sand. Accountability, a fading word, the truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the night. He's not above, he's not the law, a broken system destined to fall. Trade wars raging, prices soar, empty pockets wanting more. Lies abandoned, left to bleed, while autocrats plant their wicked seed. From border walls to broken trust, a nation's spirit turned to dust. The silenced voices start to rise, reflecting anger in their eyes. Is this the land where freedom rings, or just the echo of puppet strings? He rewrites rules, a tyrant's hand, across the nation, shifting sand. Accountability, a fading word, the truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the night. He's not above, he's not the law, a broken system destined to fall. From pardoned rioters to stolen rights, he fuels the darkness, ignites the fights. A predator's smile, a knowing glance. He dances on a fragile chance, but whispers turn to roaring sound. As truth and justice are unbound. Accountability, a fading word, the truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the
Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm booming out. Give me a second here. What's up? I see the chat already. We got the Rude Crab, we got Fuzzy V, we got Animated Effigy. Good to see you all. Hang on one second. Where's my webcam? Why can't you see me? Don't worry. Hey, there I am. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Right? What a time to be alive. Give me a second here to pull up the chat and everything. Wow. Well, it is 11:08 p.m. Saturday, June 21st. And yeah, there's a lot going on, huh? A lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm Ryan. Some call me Radical Coder. Oh, and this is Umbreon, of course. He doesn't know anything about the war. He's figuring it out though. Joe Romero, weren't you just in another stream telling me to watch my mouth? Yeah, I was. I was echoing Trump. Trump said, yeah, we'll have to watch that clip, but Trump said something about how people have to be very careful with what they say now, right? Yeah, slow news day. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt a slow news day. Good to have you here, Joe. Can't believe Umbreon would bomb Iran. Is it Iran or Iran? I don't even know how to fucking say the place we just bombed. That's epic. Really cool. Really cool. Can't believe Umbreon would do that to us. Okay, hang on. I feel like I hear it said both ways by different people, and I don't even know what to believe. Well, how we doing, everyone? How's everyone feeling? Could be worse, right? Could be worse. Umbreon is still the best boy. That's right. You know, we got an Eevee community day coming up in Pokemon Go, so that's nice. Umbreon actually evolved from an Eevee, little known fact. He was an Eevee when he was a baby. Hey, there's my chat. Anti-war unless it's a war we want, baby. That's right. Is this what 2001 felt like? I imagine so. I was 9, so I don't really remember. But I imagine this is more or less how the feeling was. Catching a shiny Jangmo-O today. I got 5. I didn't actually. Was there a Jangmo event today? I don't even. Was today Jangmo Community Day? I totally didn't even pay attention. I think I did my I must have. What time did I go for a walk? I took Umbreon on a walk I think it was after 5 already, so I must have missed it if it was a community day. I haven't been playing Pokemon Go as much lately, but I'm trying to get back into it. It's like the most sporadically I've ever played. What is this stream setup? Why aren't you using... I am using OBS. What are you talking about? This is OBS. Also good to have you, David. And Ben Gay. Can't wait for loser YouTubers to justify this. Yeah, and loser Fox News hosts and just MAGA in general. It's got to be pretty similar, chasing WMDs in the desert without good evidence. Yeah, I mean, apparently it is so over for toll cells. What the fuck, Tulsi? It's over for toll cells. Did you guys hear? Tulsi was way wrong. Trump called Tulsi out. We need to free the good people of Iraq. I mean, Iran. Yeah. Iran. Okay, cool. Because that's what I've been saying. Or Los Angeles. Yeah, we got to protect the people of Los Angeles. It's time to go to war with Los Angeles and Iran. What's up, Gustex? Hey, you're the Twitch streamer, right? The one that Ali sent me to. Is that right? Appreciate you being here. Odd, you just needed to set up the cam and stuff during the stream and not have a scene all ready to go. No, yeah. I mean, I had one, but yeah, just good title, but you still have no good arguments. I can live with that. I'm here to learn, you know. I think I have pretty decent arguments actually, but I can live with you thinking that. Tothmark. Good to have you here. Wanted to see what you thought. I'm still processing it, you know. I just figured I would just do it live. I took a nap and I woke up and I and I checked my notifications and I learned, we struck Iran 3 times, so should be fun. I really don't know if T-Dog knows the difference between Iran and Iraq. Yeah, I don't think so. No, I mean, he does. Unfortunately. Trump said no wars. Yeah, he was supposed to end all the wars. He was supposed to finish Israel and Gaza. That was supposed to be done real quick. We were going to end Russia-Ukraine in 24 hours. He was always saying none of these wars would have started under Trump. None of these wars would have started under Trump. That's what he always said. That's what I was told. Is there anybody watching who voted for Trump and is like, whoa, what's going on with this, huh? Anyone? Anyone like, wait a second. You actually just started streaming on YouTube? Good. You can don't listen to Nightbot. Nightbot's a bitch, all right? Put user in timeout. We timeout Nightbot here. 30 minutes in the gulag for Nightbot. I like the all caps, all right? We deserve to use caps here right now. This is a moment that calls for a full-fledged caps lock assault. Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, like initial thoughts. Anybody have? I don't even know what to say yet. I'm just kind of figured I'd just chat with you guys for a few minutes, and then we'll kind of dive in. I set up I wrote up like a list of questions, you know, and we'll try to do some research and explore. But right now it's just like, welp. Yeah, get fucked, Nightbot. Yeah, we don't put up with that shit here. This is an emotional stream, all right? We got some crazy shit going on, okay? We got to make space. We got to hold space for people to have emotional reactions. Does anybody know what they feel yet? I mean, it seems like I got an ad. Okay. I saw an ad on Twitter. I did watch it. We'll watch it together, of course, shortly. But yeah, I did watch it. Here, I want to share this this image. the one. Yeah, welcome, Avoided Hornet. Good to see you. Your known liar lies to his base. I'm shocked right now. Yeah, who could have possibly seen this coming? We just could not have known. Who would have ever thought that Trump would do something like this? This was an ad that I got when I opened up Twitter today. It says it's from someone named Victor X. I don't know who this guy is, but oh, hang on, chat is stalled. Let me fix that. Good to see you, Alley Cattails. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, for sure, Common Good. It is a bummer. But it's good to see you all here. It is on the bright side. We get to process it together, you know? That's nice, right? Like the alternative didn't have a career of lies. Kamala? Like what? Example? Source? Citation needed. Okay. Looking forward to the first debates on why this isn't a good decision. Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show for sure. So, all right, Victor X says President Donald J. Trump just wiped Iran's nuclear program off the map with the big, beautiful bunker busters. Look at that alliteration. Big, beautiful bunker busters and the unstoppable force of our B-2 bombers. This is what real leadership looks like. Now is the moment. Everyone must fall in line and stand behind President Trump without hesitation and without exception. And if Iran dares to retaliate, we will strike back harder than ever before. We will unleash a response so overwhelming they will be wiped out from the face of the earth. Stand firm, stand ready, stand with President Trump. That was an ad that I saw on Twitter. So just so you know about the what what the media landscape is about to look like. There it is. They're setting the tone. Fall right in line. Listen to Trump. Don't step out of line or. So that's fun. Your example is her career. Are you saying that she like wasn't like a prosecutor? She wasn't the vice president? Like which thing's the lie? Exactly. Her career's a lie. It's not a very convincing argument, to be honest, Mark. Can you fix it? Thanks. Wait, fix what? What are we fixing? If you can't tell the difference in the magnitude of lies between candidates, that's no one else's fault. That's true. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's our fault. Maybe our messaging needs to be more effective. I don't know. Okay. Where do we begin, honestly? What do you guys think? Where should we start? Do we want to like pull up like a news video or read an article? I have an AP News article. Oh, can you fix it? Yeah, the war. Yeah, I'll try. You act like doing that career doesn't take lies to make it. I'm open. I'm just asking you to tell me what the lies were. That's all. What are the lies? I don't know. I'm not aware. Can we collectively throw some righteous anger and calls to resign to Schumer and Jeffries? Or is it too early and we're just pissed at the oaf in chief? I guess we'll have to see what their reaction is. That's my gut anyway. What did you rip up here? What even is this? Looks like Umbreon found a paper towel or something and shredded it. Good job, buddy. Good for him. The Wick War. Oh no. Oh wait, I don't know why this happens. I'm wondering if it's just like that my computer's like bugging out, why the chat like stops. Whatever screen I'm sharing sometimes freezes. Um, F Trump says gay Odyssey. All right, we've got one. All right, good, beautiful. Gay Odyssey. Gay Odyssey says I did not vote for Israel first. Gay Odyssey says I voted for Trump and I do not like what is happening right now. Thank you. You are welcome here, Gay Odyssey. You are aligned with us in this moment at least. Standing up against this corrupt regime, starting wars, joining wars. Yeah, he did. He bombed Iran. There were 3 strikes. We're gonna read and watch and etc. That paper towel never stood a chance. Did not see what Umbreon did to Iran. Yeah, apparently. Common Good says Schumer loves this. He'll only be angry it wasn't with congressional approval. Jeffrey's statement was effectively that. Worst. Oh. I mean, that's definitely part of it. But, yeah. Where's the great deportation? Well, they've been trying to do that. Where's the crackdown on urban crime? I mean, I don't see any. They've been trying to do great deportations, but they're just grabbing people up in Home Depot parking lots and bombing Iran. So, probably not exactly what you expected. I have a feeling Israel might get the short stick despite instigating this. It's possible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know very much about Iran, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. Yeah, I guess. Oh, hey, buddy. Umbreon just jumped up in my lap again. Hey, puppy. Yeah, I know. You did not have to do that. You did not have to bomb Iran. You shouldn't have done that. No, sir. Okay. I guess we can actually take a look at something interesting now. I feel like we've set the tone, which is solemn, somber, rather. Some Republican Congress members were included, but no Democrats as per law, so no group of 8 totally illegal should be seen as a break of international law. Yep. Yeah, I knew that they didn't have congressional approval, but I didn't know the specifics, so. Oh, yeah. We'll watch that. Common Good. I think it's a good place to start. The J6ers got a pardon, otherwise Trump is looking useless. Well, those are the J6ers who are going to be following in line behind Trump as he does whatever he wants. Those are all the people who have proven that they're willing to do violence on his behalf, despite facts being against his interests at the time. So, wouldn't be so confident that that's a good thing, Gay Odyssey. Even if you are in favor of it, I think that you might see in due time that it's not the best. Not the best. I'm gonna move my camera. At least the traitors got pardoned. Phew, yeah. Thank God. Oh, man. What a time to be alive. I follow the J6ers. They're 50-50 on Israel first. The schism continues. Well, the 50 that are in favor of whatever Trump decides, they're still going to be a pain in our ass, to put it lightly. Yes, that is a lot of not smart people, that's for sure. Whoa, infinite regress, oh no. If anyone has the Bernie the Bernie video and wants to throw that into the Discord or something, I can pull it up quickly. But in the meantime, I'm gonna open up this article. I think we'll either read this right before we watch the video or after. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm going to move this over here. Damn. The schism continues, or is it the schizo? It's a little bit of both, I think. A little bit of both. Make sure you like the stream, everyone. Make sure you like the stream. And if you have a membership, throw in some angry jiggles if you're feeling frustrated with the strikes on Iran. If you have a membership, drop some angry jiggles. If you don't have a membership, consider getting one or gifting one. We're gifting 100 or 1,000, gifting all the memberships to help us build up the community so that we can fight World War III together comfortably from this chair. Krasenstein. Why don't you do a research stream like Destiny does? I think that is probably more or less what we're going to do tonight. That's basically the plan. We're going to be doing research, reading a bunch of stuff, watching a bunch of stuff. Yeah. That is the plan. Like the stream. You don't know. You know what Umbreon is willing to do if you don't. Yeah. We already know. He's already done some dastardly deeds in the Middle East, so. Destiny is a sex pest, that's why. That is also true. So I will not be doing a sex pest research stream, but a research stream nonetheless. You know, when all the stuff came out, because I used to watch a lot of Destiny until fairly recently, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but I just I don't know, it just hits different now. Just hits different watching the stream, you know. I don't know. I just can't enjoy the content like I used to. It just hits different. Yeah, Destiny stream minus Sex Fest. But I saw a lot of people who were like I remember in the initial Fallout, a lot of people were saying like, oh, there's just no one who does what Destiny does. There's none of these debaters and blah blah blah. Like, and I'm like sitting over here like, hello, hello, hi, hey guys. I mean, I'm a little Destiny's left, you know, for better or for worse. Yeah, no sex pest arc, not yet. Are we fighting Umbreon if we fight World War III? Because like, I don't want to fight Umbreon. Did you see what he did? Well, hopefully we don't have to fight him. He's eating some kibble right now, so he's getting stronger every moment. He didn't. I can't unsee it. All right, so this is an article. This is an article. Oh, I have iMovie open. That's probably part of why things are going slow. So let's fix that. I liked his Israel research stream and then never watched him again. I actually didn't follow a lot of his Israel stuff. It made me too sad. I couldn't enjoy that. Sex Pest arc is after the Death Threat arc. Yeah, I've got to follow the canon. All right. This is AP. U.S. has struck 3 Iranian nuclear sites, Trump says, joining Israeli air campaign. President Donald Trump said Saturday that the U.S. military struck 3 sites in Iran, directly joining Israel's effort to decapitate the country's nuclear program in a risky gambit to weaken a longtime foe amid Tehran's threat of reprisals that could spark a wider regional conflict. There was no immediate acknowledgement from the Iranian government of any strikes being carried out. Iran's state-run IRNA news agency reported early Sunday that attacks targeted the country's Fordo, Isfahan, and Natanz nuclear sites. The agency did not elaborate. Isfahan is an important cultural site. This is all a huge mistake. Oh, that is disturbing. We can find the Bernie on YouTube. Yeah, we'll pull that up. Well, I'm just gonna. I think this. I don't think this is a super long article. It might be. So if it is, then buckle up. But oh, I'm sorry. I just realized the. All this stuff stopped again. Okay, here we go. So that's what we just read. The decision to directly involve the U.S. in the war comes after more than a week of strikes by Israel on Iran that aim to systematically eradicate the country's air defenses and offensive missile capabilities, while damaging its nuclear enrichment facilities. But U.S. and Israeli officials have said that American stealth bombers and the 30,000-pound bunker buster bomb they alone can carry offered the best chance to... Bunker buster bomb they alone can carry offered the best chance of destroying heavily fortified sites connected to the Iranian nuclear program buried deep underground. We've completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan, Trump said in a post on social media. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo, I assume it's Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Well, at least the planes are safe. Trump added in a later post that he would address the nation at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, writing, "This is a historic moment for the United States of America, Israel, and the world. Iran must now agree to end this war. Thank you." Sorry for yelling in your ears. Thank you, Rude Crab. I will pull that up momentarily. Dairy Queen's Bunker Buster Bars. Oh my God. That sounds unfortunately delicious. Trump said B-2 stealth bombers were used, but did not specify what types of bombs were dropped. The White House and Pentagon did not immediately elaborate on the operation. I think they have since this article was published, so. Okay, so here's a map. So it was these 3 spots, right? Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. The strikes are a perilous decision, as Iran has pledged to retaliate if the U.S. joins the Israeli assault. That's great. And for Trump personally, he won the White House on the promise of keeping America out of costly foreign conflicts and scoffed at the value of American interventionism. Huh. I'd like to get my bunker busted, if you know what I'm saying. Pause. Oh my goodness. Trump told reporters Friday that he was not interested in sending ground forces into Iran, saying it's the last thing you want to do. He had previously indicated that he would make a final choice over the course of 2 weeks. Obviously, he made that choice much quicker. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, warned the United States on Wednesday that strikes targeting the Islamic Republic will result in irreparable damage for them. And Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baghai, I don't know these names. Baghai, Giggity, yeah. Declared any American intervention would be a recipe for an all-out war in the region. Any American intervention would be a recipe for all-out war in the region. I know, Umbreon, I know. Good to see you, Poseidon. Appreciate you being here. Come here, buddy. Wait, this is the last thing he's doing? No, he said the last thing was go research the pronunciations of these. I will. Obviously, we're gonna be reading a bunch of stuff. Look, I can't say everything on my first try. Okay. Can I do the thing? Can I do the speech? Start speaking. Bagay? Kamane. Okay, Kamane. Got it. Trump has vowed that he would not allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon, and he had initially hoped that the threat of force would bring the country's leaders to give up its nuclear program peacefully. Peacefully, huh? Well, obviously, that's not where we're at right now. Yes, thank you, Fuzzy. So true. So true. Okay. The Israeli military said Saturday it was preparing for the possibility of a lengthy war, while Iran's foreign minister warned before the U.S. attack that American military involvement would be very, very dangerous for everyone. Yeah. You don't say. Bagai. Sounds like Bugatti. Like how Andrew Tate says Bugatti. Trump legit was like, we won't have wars because we'll just threaten. And then it didn't work. And he went straight to war. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is exactly what happened. That's true. Umbreon is very anxious. And so am I. The prospect of a wider war loomed. Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen said they would resume attacks on U.S. vessels in the Red Sea if the Trump administration joined Israel's military campaign. Awesome. The Houthis paused such attacks in May under a deal with the U.S. Well, I assume that deal did not include a caveat where they said it's okay if you strike Iran 3 times. But what do I know? The U.S. ambassador, Umbreon. Yes, Umbreon. That's my boy. The U.S. ambassador to Israel announced that the U.S. had begun assisted departure flights, the first from Israel since the Hamas-led attack on October 7th, 2023 that sparked the war in Gaza. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Thursday that Trump planned to make his decision on the strikes within 2 weeks. Instead, he struck just 2 days later. So I guess he made his decision. Right? That 2 days is within 2 weeks. So, there's that. Trump appears to have made the calculation at the prodding of Israeli officials and many Republican lawmakers that Israel's operation had softened the ground and presented a perhaps unparalleled opportunity to send back Iran's nuclear program, perhaps permanently. Perhaps. Al Jazeera is already reporting that the Fordo site was not completely damaged, obviously. Ooh, okay. That is super interesting. Umbreon. What, in like Pokemon, in like the Pokemon Stadium games? In Pokemon Stadium 2? Umbreon. The Israelis say their offensive has already crippled Iran's air defenses, allowing them to already significantly degrade multiple Iranian nuclear sites, but apparently not completely. Just significantly, I guess, is not completely. Nope. But to destroy the Fordo nuclear fuel enrichment plant, Israel appealed to Trump for the bunker-busting American bomb known as the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, which uses its weight and sheer kinetic force to reach deeply buried targets and then explode. The bomb is currently delivered only by the B-2 stealth bomber, which is only found in the American arsenal. That's that American exceptionalism. Only we could do this. If deployed in the attack, it would be the first combat use of the weapon. Has that been confirmed yet? I assume so. Penetrator. The bomb carries a conventional warhead and is believed to be able to penetrate about 200 feet, 61 meters below the surface before exploding, and the bombs can be dropped one after another, effectively drilling deeper and deeper with each successive blast. How do you make your thumbnails, says Pumping Vinyl. Good to have you here, Pumping Vinyl. I use ChatGPT. For my thumbnails, and what I do is I have a collection of a bunch of thumbnails that I've made over time. And what I'll do is when I'm planning a stream, I will plan out the title, and then I will plan, like, once I've planned out like the basic content of the stream, I will ask ChatGPT to plan a thumbnail without making it initially, and I'll like upload all of my past thumbnails. So it's like, hey, here's the style I'm going for. And then I'll say, okay, make a thumbnail in this style, or design a thumbnail in this style. Don't make it yet. And then once it gives me a suggestion for how to build that, I just say, make it. And then it does. That's what they called me in high school. The Fordo site has a specific kind of reinforced concrete, etc., that the bunker buster can't penetrate, so I call BS. Good to know. I guess we'll learn more about that, I'm sure. This article is a lot longer than I thought, but we'll watch the Bernie thing. We'll get some hopium soon, I promise, all right? Everyone bear with me. The International Atomic Energy Agency has confirmed that Iran is producing highly enriched uranium at Fordo, raising the possibility that nuclear material could be released into the area if the GBU-57AB were used to hit the facility. Previous Israeli strikes at another Iranian nuclear site, Natanz, on a centrifuge site have caused contamination only at the site itself, not the surrounding area, the IAEA has said. Trump's decision for direct U.S. military intervention comes after his administration made an unsuccessful 2-month push, including with high-level direct negotiations with the Iranians, aimed at persuading Tehran to curb its nuclear program. For months, Trump said he was dedicated to a diplomatic push to persuade Iran to give up its nuclear ambitions, and he twice, in April and again in late May, persuaded Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to hold off on military action against Iran and give diplomacy more time. Wow. Well, that did not seem to go very well. The U.S. in recent days has been shifting military aircraft and warships into and around the Middle East to protect Israel and U.S. bases from Iranian attacks. All the while, Trump has gone from publicly expressing hope that the moment could be a second chance for Iran to make a deal to delivering explicit threats on Khamenei and making calls for Tehran's unconditional surrender. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. Trump said in a social media post, he is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out. Kill. At least not for now. Jesus Christ. The military showdown with Iran comes 7 years after Trump withdrew the U.S. from the Obama administration brokered agreement in 2018, calling it the worst deal ever. Yeah, the worst deal ever, apparently. The 2015 deal signed by Iran, U.S., and other world powers created a long-term comprehensive nuclear agreement that limited Tehran's enrichment of uranium in exchange for the lifting of economic sanctions. Wow, that sounds like a terrible deal. That sounds so, like, what a bad deal that sounds like, right, guys? Trump decried the Obama-era deal for giving Iran too much in return for too little because the agreement did not cover Iran's non-nuclear malign behavior. Trump has bristled at criticism from some of his MAGA faithful, including conservative pundit Tucker Carlson, who have suggested that further U.S. involvement would be a betrayal to supporters who were drawn to his promise to end U.S. involvement in expensive and endless wars. I think that Gay Odyssey is standing alongside Tucker Carlson here as a betrayed MAGA fan. Well, thank you, Sam Mednick. Wow. All right, let's Melanie, good to see you. Melanie says Obama made Iran agreeable to inspections. Yeah, that's my understanding. Trump is MAGA unfaithful. It appears so. Common Good says State Department issued notice that they'll not be offering assistance to Americans in Israel, West Bank, and Iran. Oh. That sounds. That's cute. That's interesting. I was kind of. I feel like I read something to the opposite effect in this article earlier, right? But I guess that's an updated statement. Oh boy. All right, let's go back to the hopium. Rude Crab sent me the Bernie clip. Imagine this guy could have been our president. Can you imagine that timeline? That's unusual. Which part? Why would we watch a Bernie clip? This is an international event. Because I like Bernie and I want to see what he has to say about it. And he's a U.S. senator. And it's only 8 minutes long, so it's not that big a deal. They can use existing channels to get out. LOL. To get out. Oh, I see. They can use existing channels to get out. LOL. This admin. The geopolitical version of David Lynch movie times. Nope, Ryan, not cold-blooded enough. Yeah. All right. Bernie in Tulsa at a fighting oligarchy rally. Let's see what he has to say.
In case you're wondering what they're yelling about.
This is a statement from Donald Trump, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran," etc. I agree. And I want to tell you something. Not only is this news that I've just heard, the second alarming that all of you have just heard, but it is so grossly unconstitutional. All of you know that the only entity that can take this country to war is the U.S. Congress. The President does not have the right I was talking a moment ago about the fact that we are living in one of the most difficult moments in the modern history of this country, and Trump just made it that much more difficult. That's just another burden we're going to have to carry, and that's just another message we're going to have to get out all over this country. The American people do not want more war, more death.
Is there anybody watching who wants this? Anybody at all? Anybody being funny?
You know, it might be a good idea if we concentrated on the problems that exist in Oklahoma and Vermont, rather than getting involved in another war that the American people do not want. Let me just say this, that in the midst of all of what is going on, What is enormously important is that we do not give up on a vision of where this country must go. What the establishment wants you to believe is that you have no power, that you can't accomplish anything. They have it all, nothing you can do. And in this moment in American history, what we have got to do in Vermont, in Oklahoma, in Texas, all over this country, is stand up and fight back and tell them this is our country. And I don't care if you are a progressive, a moderate, or a conservative. This country belongs to all of us, not just a handful of billionaires. And when we look out into the future, the kind of America we want, let's understand a few things. Number one, instead of giving tax breaks to billionaires, we should demand they start paying their fair share of taxes. No, we should not be throwing 16 million Americans off the health care they have. We should be doing what every other major country does, guarantee health care to all as a human right.
That sounds pretty radical to me, Bernie, but in the good way. Sounds radical as in cool and good. And that's the good kind of radical. I want that kind of radicalism right now.
This is not a radical idea.
Hey.
It exists in virtually every other
Bernie.
wealthy country. The function of a rational healthcare system is not to make hundreds of billions, but
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I see it paused. You get a bomb. You get a bomb. Yeah, apparently, John Castle. Good to have you here, buddy, in this trying time. Yeah, I really got bodied there. I was not prepared. I swear I banned Nightbot. I swear I maybe I gave him 30 minutes. All right, we'll give him another 30 minutes. Nightbot. You stop it. We got corrected by Bernie, right? I was like, yeah, that's radical in the cool way, and he's like, that's not radical. Oh, sorry, my bad, Bernie. Fair enough. Bernie said you're vanilla, damn.
companies, it's to provide quality care to all. When we look into the future, we must demand that every worker in America earns a decent wage, raise the minimum wage to at least $17 an hour. We can create millions of good-paying jobs by union jobs, by building 5 million units of low-income and affordable housing.
Building houses.
Not a radical idea, not a radical idea to say that in a competitive global economy, every young person in this country, regardless of income, should have the right to get a higher education. We can and must make public colleges and universities, community colleges, trade schools, tuition free.
First of all, I want to say I agree with everything Bernie just said strongly, and I think that's the messaging I really hope that we see a more consistent push from our Democratic representatives on that front, because I think people will get behind those things. But John Castle, thank you for sharing that. War with Iran is so unnecessary. Trump is an idiot. Angry Jiggles. I'm actually pretty upset about all this. John, we're happy to have you here. You're in good company. Okay. John is, I believe, another Trump voter. a otherwise MAGA supporter, and it's good. It is relieving to see voices from MAGA that feel this way about what's happening, and yeah, we need those voices like right now more than ever. So very happy to have you, John. 17 Canadian dollars. Yeah, that's like $1 in American in real money, right? I had to get it off my chest. Thank you for hearing me. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Nope, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're not a Trump voter, I apologize for assuming so. But you give me Trump voter vibes, to be honest. Maybe not a voter. Maybe just didn't vote. Most of the Western world that is considered successful does all of these things. It's not radical. Yeah, exactly. Chabot says, I'm waiting and seeing whether this is good or not. I think that's a fair reaction. It feels, just as someone who's, again, not super educated on the region and everything, it feels not good. But obviously, we'll find out more in time, right? You just don't like a lot of progressive policy? I've always said Trump will betray everyone and they will make excuses for him. Okay. Well, we are aligned in that prediction.
And when we talk about freedom, and many of my colleagues talk about freedom every day, well, what freedom means, among other things, is that every woman in this country has a right to control her own body. And let me just say this. These are tough times, and you just heard 5 minutes ago, going to be even tougher. But in the midst of all of that, not just for our lives, but more importantly for our kids and our grandchildren, we have got to understand that despair is not an option. That's what they want us to believe. None of us have the privilege of hiding under
Okay. Thanks, Bernie. That's a good rallying call. I like that. Yeah, don't let it happen again, John Castle. Don't ignore Fluzzy here, okay? Thoughts? What's next? I have a bunch of questions that I had ChatGPT throw together to explore. It might be a good angle to take. The questions are basically what do we know about the strikes? Why this matters globally? Trump's anti-war branding versus reality, internal conflicts in the U.S. government, how media and the right will spin this, and what comes next. Those are categories, and I have a bunch of little questions in like bullet points for each one. Bernie lends some hope in the fog. His first reaction was so moving to me, that slow head shake in the crowd, no more war. Yeah, that was beautiful. Seriously. I got chills. I really did. I got chills there. It's nice to have voices like that. Very thankful for Bernie. Bobby boy, come here. I don't know what the hell you were just chewing on. Okay. weepy. Yeah, I feel that. What, buddy? Come here. Come here. I know, baby boy. It's okay. I know, Umbreon. I know you didn't want to bomb Iran, huh? You didn't know. All right, well, let's watch Trump's let's actually watch Trump's speech about it, right? Yahoo. Here we go.
Sure.
I used to be an ANCOM like 10 years ago. I was woke before it was a thing. Fair enough. And now aren't you like kind of anti-woke now? I mean, you're at least anti-me, anti-radical coder. You have been. Is it just my brand of woke? The based brand of woke? The correct one? Let's see what Trump has to say after bombing Iran. Mr. Anti-War himself.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out...
Wait. Why is there two? Here we go.
Massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime.
Okay, I'm not going to play this at 1.25 speed. I'm just going to play normal speed.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
Oh. Sorry, pause the... I gotta figure out how to fix that. It's Hey. You want a stick? Wait, can you guys hear that? I'm guessing not now that it says... You guys gotta warn me. Have we been unable to hear all of that? Or were you able to? I'm gonna back up. Because the little bar wasn't moving. So I'm assuming that we didn't hear any of that. So let's try again.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so.
Why does JD Vance always have that like hyper skeptical face? He looks like he's trying to look serious, but he just looks like doubtful. Apparently, these aren't the guys that helped him get to this decision. It was Ratcliffe and Kane mostly who were touted by Netanyahu as our lifelines in the White House. Interesting. All this so Israel doesn't have to give Palestine a state. Ooh, I'm getting mad again. Yeah. Not good. Not great.
So I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody.
Press conference and a signal check, guys.
And in particular, God, I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's how the war began. That's how we declared war. Looks like it cut out at the very end there. That's fine. Fuck it. Is Raising Cane like a nickname or something for him? Or did Trump just fumble? Here, I'm gonna show you guys something fun, okay? Here's what I do when I want to like take the transcript of a video. I copy the link, and then I open up this tool that I made. And I click execute, and it goes do 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 do, and it grabs the transcript, and then it copies it to my clipboard. So like this node grabs whatever I have in my clipboard, and then it turns it into a list of URLs here, and then it throws that to, I know, buddy, I know. Here, you want to go play with the kitties? Here. Go, get up there. Also, welcome, Jessica B. Good to have you. Here. Yeah, so this is my little tool for getting YouTube transcripts. It's like a syntopicon. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Wait, one second. The basic idea behind it was to there's a tool called N8N for like automation. You pick that color scheme, sort of. The color scheme kind of evolved because I vibe coded this, so a lot of it was like things changed just like based on how how Gemini and whatever LLMs I was using at the time. It has like a dark mode. It looks kind of tight. Oh yeah, Brown wants back in now, I think. What's your Uber? What do you want me to do? But it's a cool thing. So if we zoom in, we'll see this is like all the info about the video. And the transcript. And then it takes the transcript, sends it over here. And now I have it copied to my clipboard. So what I can do now, give me 1 second. Oh, wrong one. I'm lashing out because this makes me feel inadequate and stupid. It's okay. This is just it's my forte. This is just what I've been doing for the past like decade. So, don't feel bad. So I've got ChatGPT open now. I'm just going to toss in that transcript. Let's see what it says. Hey Ryan, you've shared Trump's full speech transcript after the Iran strikes. What would you like to do with it? For example, I can pull out key bullet points or talking point questions for your stream, write a concise summary or fact-check analysis, brainstorm thumbnail title description ideas, extract debate prep snippets, or a Q&A guide. Let's see. Bullet points. So just to run down what we just heard, this should be a good summary of it. If there's anything that it gets wrong, then we'll point that out. The U.S. conducted massive precision strikes on Iran's 3 main nuclear enrichment facilities, Natanz, Fordo, and Esfahan. Mission objective, destroy Iran's uranium enrichment capability. Actually, I'm going to let it read out loud, so I don't have to use my voice.
Here are the key bullet points from Trump's address. The U.S. conducted massive precision strikes on Iran's 3 main nuclear enrichment facilities, Natanz, Fordow, and Esfahan. Mission objective, destroy Iran's uranium enrichment capability and neutralize its nuclear threat. Trump declares the strikes a spectacular military success and says the facilities were completely and totally obliterated. Warns Iran that if they don't pursue peace, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. Frames Iran as the bully of the Middle East with a 4-decade history of chanting, "Death to America, death to Israel." Cites U.S. casualties.
Raising Cain. Okay, that's tomorrow. Oh, looks like it cut out. Yeah, no sound. My bad. It was working for a minute. What was the last thing you guys heard? I mean, you can see the text, but what was the last thing you heard? And I'll read from there. Sorry about that. If the AI is still reading, I think I can see it cut out. But, sorry. Here. It's done now. I assume it stopped somewhere like around here. So like, salutes the U.S. pilots, great American patriots, all branches of the U.S. military, Joint Chiefs Chair General Charles Rayburn Cain, U.S. casualties. Okay, so thanks and congratulates Netanyahu and the Israeli military for their cooperation. Emphasizes that more Iranian targets remain and promises to hit them with precision, speed, and skill if peace is not forthcoming. Asserts no other military could have executed such an operation. Announces a Pentagon press conference at 8 a.m. Eastern with Secretary of Defense and General Kane to provide further details, and closes by invoking Glob's blessing on the U.S. military, the Middle East, Israel, and America. Thank you, Glob. Praise the Lord. Oh boy. Where do we go from here? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to try to get It Has Been Written. Research all of these questions and find sources to find sources for each one. I got a bunch of questions here. We can pull up some different articles and stuff, but in the meantime, I am going to go to the bathroom. So we'll probably take like a 10-minute break maybe, so I can stretch my legs. And what I'll do is, do I have my BRB screen? Hang on. Is there a way to find out what the MAGAs are saying, the Bannons, Kirks, etc.? Probably Twitter. Probably Twitter. We could pull that up. That's a good idea, actually. If anybody has any specific like tweets and stuff they want to look at, throw them either in the Discord, or like, yeah, probably throw them in. Actually, let me put a link to the Discord and pin that as well, so that anyone who has not joined can do so. We're trying to build this up. Also, here, let me invite some people who aren't in here yet. But here. There's the Discord. It is now pinned. If you have anything specific you want us to look at when we get back, you can post it there. But in the meantime, I'm going to put RB right back. Screen, and I'll play some tunes. You know what? I'm gonna play that the version of the song that's in all my videos. I haven't played that full song because I wanted to like change some of the lyrics because a lot of it was like AI generated and it's just like, oh, it's a little goofy. But you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. So give me a second here. No, that's Orange Man Bad, which is a banger, of course, but that's not the song I want to play. It's called Opus Number 1.
Swimming good love, it was you at the club, missed your touch. Go again.
I see there was no audio for a second. Okay, we got it. I will be back in like 10 minutes.
Fizz in my cup, swimming good love, it was you at the club, missed your touch. Go again, baby, what's up? Nothing feels right, so let's mess mess up everything. She calling me daddy cause we be closer than family. Opus #1, you missing out, it's a tragedy. They already flocking cause I'm cool, I ain't you Danny Green. Left them for dead, did it gladly. 5 by 5, all I need is a Mac 10. Give me driver ambition and I'm about to go crash, crash, crash. Give me time, give me love, give me passion. Large appetite, need to take me for rations. I hit her on accident. Say you're telling me all tonight, I know. When you touch me, make it just like God, I know. Fizz in my cup, swimming good love. It was you at the club, missed your touch. Go again, baby, what's up? Nothing feels right, so let's mess up everything. You could be just like a Jesus Christ, sitting on my throne, give it to me till I'm breathless. Sweet spot, wait till I find the ammo. Got a tattoo, what Fizz in my cup, swimming good love. It was you at the club, missed your touch. Go again, baby, what's up? Nothing feels right, so let's mess up. Fizz in my cup, swimming good love. It was you at the club, missed your touch. Go again, baby, what's up? Nothing feels right, so let's mess up everything. Let me live, let me not breathe, so I don't have to spill my guts. I have had too much for one night. I got codeine in my cup. Big mood swings on amphetamines, got the lithium in my blood. Getting sober, it is not likely. I'm done trying, so and what? I want you, I want you, baby, I want you, I want you. Good riddance, good riddance, good riddance. Think you're better off. Good riddance, good riddance, good riddance. You're gone. Yeah, I swear this is the last one. Dog, turning blue eyes into a life lesson. She's stressing, I'm under pressure, but I know my way around like a geoguesser. And I'ma go get her, so I'ma go get her and tell her I'm so blue when we are not together. Good riddance, good riddance, good riddance. Think you're better off. Good riddance, good riddance, good riddance, good riddance, good getters. Think I should be okay? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I've been waiting here for days. You say don't go, don't go, don't go. Girl, I think you're such a mess. Don't text back, cause I know what's next. Before you go, I gotta get this off my chest. But you're blind to the lessons I learned. Oh, to the lessons I learned. To the lessons I learned. I don't know how to feel, how to feel, how to feel. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tell me, are you for real? You for real? I don't know. and nobody.
That's right, Vikram. I will tell you. And Umbreon will cry about it. Because I just warmed up my burrito. And he wishes he could have it, but he can't. He can't have my burrito. 5-layer burritos are not for Umbreons. Unfortunately. Go away, put the music back. I like those songs. Honestly. I think there's some bangers. Voice volume low, low? Really? It's the same setting I always have it at, are you sure? Maybe just compared to the music. I don't want to change it because it was fine before. So I don't know. Chill. Let's see. I was told you will never have a Discord. Looks like Trump's not the only one not keeping campaign promises. I don't think I ever said that. I don't think I said that. Glad you like the songs, Fluzzy. Yes, sir. It's like Christian music without the Christianity. Yeah, I mean there are some there's some like Christ references and stuff. I don't know. I didn't write the songs, obviously. It's just like AI generated like slop. Once I got like a good prompt that had like a particular vibe that I liked, like this kind of like almost like Midwestern emo punk infused with like emo rap, and I love it. It's like you're talking to me from my neighbor's place. Really? Is everyone can anyone else confirm that the audio is not good? Or is it like a Vic problem? Yeah, I think you're thinking of someone else. I mean, I've had... I always said I was going to... I had a Discord back in the day. And then, like, when I took a big, long break from streaming, I shut it down. But, yeah, I've always said I was going to set up a Discord. I just had not invited everyone, really. But I've started to post the link more now. But, yeah, is the audio bad for anyone else? Let me know. Let me know if it sounds like shit. You sound loud and clear to me. All right, Vic. Sounds like it's a Vic problem. Fluzzy says I sound loud and clear. So, yeah. Get it together, Vic. You're embarrassing us in front of Umbreon. And you don't want him mad. Umbreon, if you didn't hear, Umbreon struck Iran 3 times. So, you should be careful. You don't want to piss him off. Never mind, it's good, sorry. Yeah, you're gaslighting me. Classic Vic. For shame. By the way, throwback. Here's the AI image generator that Michelle made in our last stream. We'll take just a small detour to enjoy some things, right? Look at that. Look at that beautiful futuristic city floating in the clouds at sunset. Epic digital art. Hopefully Trump doesn't bomb it. Hey. You made a better one? Do you want to post it? Chill out. Chill out, little guy. Oh yeah, I wonder if we got a yeah, BB Umbreons. We love the BB Umbreons. Welcome, Gorilla Biscuits. Great to have you. Great to have you. Umbreon is real grumpy right now. Hang on. I'm gonna beat him senseless, okay? Come here, you. Come here. It's not really better. It looks better. I like this. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with. What should we generate? World peace. Ryan, curious, have you ever used Upwork for freelance work? I actually have. Yeah, I saw. I sorry I didn't get back to your message earlier. You know how I am. But yeah, I saw that you were asking about like freelance stuff, and yeah, I used to use Upwork, Fiverr, stuff like this all the time. Look at that. This could be us. This could be us, but Trump playing, huh? Could be us. Just another one. Yeah, I used Upwork. I like Upwork. I got some. I helped a bunch of different clients on there. World peace as made by puppies, as made by Dachshund puppies. Because today is actually. Oh well, yesterday was International Dachshund Day. Can you believe Trump bombed Iran on International Dachshund Day? Yeah, AF, we have another war. If you didn't hear, Trump has officially bombed Iran 3 times. So the U.S. is officially involved. Look at that. World peace. He's like the King Dachshund. As he took over the earth. The hand-holding thing. That image reminds me of the U.S. by Jordan Peele. I don't know that meme. I haven't seen that one. Look at him. Wait. Should be long-haired. I like this one, though, Michelle. Yeah, I like the interface a lot better. Wow, look at that guy. Oh, he's got a little globe. Can you imagine? We got to get one of those for Umbreon. We got to get you a little globe costume. Oh, my goodness. A little globe for King Umbreon. That is so cute. One more, and then we'll watch the Marco Rubio interview. Is Israel great again? I guess it's working on it. Why do they keep doing that? Putting the globe like on the dog. See, I've been saying this about Umbreon, that like I don't expect him to grow anymore. Like I think he's pretty much done. He's like this little 10-pound thing. Sometimes 11 pounds, I think. But I'm always worried that he's just gonna like Clifford on me one day. And it would look like this. He's bigger than the Earth. He's so big that they had to put him on another Earth. But yeah, is Israel real? It is. It seems to be. You've never seen Us? I actually haven't. I have not. It is real. Yeah. Okay. Marco Rubio. Little Marco. Nice, he's a giant wiener dog saving the earth. That's truly world peace. Yes, exactly. Thank you, AI. All right. Let's see what little Marco has to say. Little Marco. I know, Umbreon. Marco Rubio. Fox News. You said it was a Fox interview, right? I don't see it. Am I crazy? Was it not Fox? Marco Rubio. I don't see it. All this stuff says like a year ago. Does anyone have a link to the Marco Rubio thing? You don't recognize its sovereignty. Let me see. Who said? Surprised Tucker hasn't said anything. Okay, yeah. It says Common Good says Marco Rubio apparently did an interview on Fox. Yeah, but I can't find it. Puppy whimpers. I know. Poor sad dog. BB Umbreons. I love that emote. It's so cute. That's a picture of him. I wonder if I can find that picture. That'd be cute. That actually came from that was the picture that I saw of him like before I actually picked him up. Breaking news, BB in shambles after Michelle's disapproval. Someone had to do it, okay? Someone had to stand up to him. Oh my God, he was so cute when he was a baby. Hang on, I'm gonna share this one. Give me just a second. That's not what I'm looking at. Here we go. So we should be able to see here this picture of Umbreon, but also look, you can see all my thumbnails. Donald J. Trump has a new all caps tweet. Uh-oh. I guess we'll look at that before we find the so here's I made the emergency stream one here. Basically what I do is I generate it and then I make it 720 and I put it over this little container and then I align everything. But anyway, here's a picture of Umby. Look at the baby boy. He was so small. Little guy. Now he's a big boy. Big weenie. Yes. That big weenie energy. Is that right? No, he was so tiny. Oh my goodness. I wish he would have stayed exactly this size. That would have been perfect. He's a good size now, but like, that is a great picture. My goodness. It's just so. I was looking at a bunch of old pictures of him yesterday, I guess now. I posted a community post because it was National Dachshund Day. I posted a bunch of old pictures of him. He is so handsome. My handsome guy. Okay. Enough praising Umbreon for now. Let's find the tweet. What is Trump saying now? Do you see Cenk got mad at Crystal Ball and her husband? Yeah, and Kyle. Yeah, I actually watched some of that. They were fighting about the way that Cenk coddles the testicles of MAGA, as Kyle puts it, and I kind of agree. I kind of agree. As someone who is mean to MAGA, as like for sport and for education purposes, strongly agree. Never enough Umbreon adoration. That's true. Oh my God, this tweet. Hang on. Wait, I'm gonna share my screen again. This Pixie tweet is crazy. Pixie, I live in Iran. Please sell me feet pics before I die. Oh, okay. That's not the Trump tweet, but it's just as exciting. Okay, let's see. Where's Donald J. Trump? POTUS. He's definitely switched strategies, it seems. He's not wrong. You can't just talk to your side or you don't really get anywhere. A lot of common ground here. You can't just talk to your side. You don't. I'm not. Like, because I obviously I talk to MAGA, right? My issue is not with like yeah, who is she? Never heard that name. Yeah, true. My issue is not with like talking to MAGA. Like, obviously I do. My issue is with like softballing them, you know, like not being tough on them. Is this the one? This is from an hour ago. Any retaliation by Iran against the United States of America will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight. There's got to be something different, right? Let me pull up Truth Social. I don't have a Truth Social account, but I guess I have to make a Truth Social, huh? Ryan, but Elon asked Cenk for some suggestions months ago. How'd that go? How'd that go? Did you guys hear? I saw the Kyiv Independent reported this, so I imagine there's something to it. Kyiv Independent, Elon, Russia. Check this out. He posted on his Truth Nation account, and the Rapid Response X account shares it on X. Okay. Do you have a link to that tweet? This was crazy. According to the Kyiv Independent, Russian political party requests political asylum for Elon Musk. Ryan, never go on Twitter or Truth Social on stream. You never know what could pop up. Yeah, well, I wasn't just scrolling mindlessly. I pulled up the. That's why that's why I turned off the screen before. Rapid response 47. Okay, go first privately, then go once you see it's safe for work. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I know. Okay, this is short, so we can read it. Russian authorities are considering a request from the New People's Party to offer political asylum to U.S. tech billionaire Elon Musk, claimed the party's lawmaker Vladislav Dvanko to the Russian media on June 20th. Dvanko, deputy speaker of the State Duma, told reporters at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum that his party had formally petitioned the Russian Foreign Ministry to provide Musk with asylum. The request is expected to be reviewed within a month, he reportedly said. I think Elon Musk has made mistakes, but those mistakes should be forgiven, Dvanko said. If things don't work out for him, we are always ready to welcome him. From a technological and visionary point of view, he's very impressive. The claim could not be independently verified, as there have been no official confirmation from the Russian Foreign Ministry or Musk. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov declined to comment, telling reporters, let's wait for a statement from the Foreign Ministry or from Musk himself before we say anything. I'm not going to read the rest, but yeah. Curious, very curious, concerning. Okay. What did we say it was called? Rapid Response 47. I'm pulling it up now. I will follow. Looking into this. Wait, I still don't see any new tweet. Except for the any retaliation one. Am I crazy? Yeah, all I see is the any retaliation by Iran against the United States of America will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we've been misled. We've been misled. Umbreon is very disturbed by this. I'm so sorry, buddy. Concerning. If I give him another stick, keep him occupied for a bit. Time for whimsy. Go be distracted. Okay. Well, that's that. Oh, let's see. I never looked back at the research. That's the one I hadn't seen it. Okay. Don't let it happen again, Common Good. I'm just kidding. It's fine. We forgive you. Who was supposed to show new post? Common Good was. Yeah. But we were lied to. Pretty upsetting stuff. Here we go. So here's the research on any of the questions. Trying to tap into the European news to see what they're saying. CNN has a major boner for this attack. Sorry. You're fine. Yeah, let me know if you find anything interesting. What to know about the strikes. Authorization and timing. Trump signed off on the operation targeting Iran's nuclear sites around 2:30 a.m. I assume that's Iranian Standard Time on June 22nd. It involved both Air Force B-2 bombers using GBU-57B massive ordnance penetrators and submarine-launched Tomahawk missiles. The mission struck 3 key enrichment facilities: Fordo, fuel enrichment plant, 6 30,000-pound bunker busters, Natanz nuclear facility, 2 bunker busters and multiple Tomahawks, and Isfahan Tomahawk strikes. These sites were chosen because they are heavily fortified hubs of Iran's uranium enrichment. Legal justification. There was no public congressional approval. Analysis questioned whether Trump relied on the 2002 AUMF and War Powers resolution similar to his 2020 strike on Soleimani, or acted unilaterally. So I guess we'll find out. I was reading the comment under that last post of Trump. Somewhere interesting. Let's see. Like on his actual page or on the rapid response. People are saying like, how am I supposed to sleep tonight? Israel is now safer, but is America? I stand with Trump 100% of the time, no exceptions. That's crazy. Crazy. Not a cult, by the way. Not a cult, by the way. Ban Caroline Leavitt. A judge appointed by Obama has mandated that President Trump restore Iran's nuclear facilities, asserting that the bombing infringes on due process. That's funny. Okay. Beautiful. Not a dictator, by the way. Definitely not a dictator. BT dubs. Not a king. Not a king. Totally not a king. Definitely not a king. All right, alignment with Israeli campaign. This strike followed over a week of Israeli air operations against Iranian nuclear and military sites, seen as part of a joint or complementary campaign. ATL Council experts note the U.S. intervention came during an ongoing Israeli offensive. Intelligence cited Trump dismissed U.S. spy agencies' finding that Iran wasn't weaponizing uranium. That's the Tulsi Gabbard, right? He claimed Iran was very close to a bomb and echoed Israeli leader Netanyahu. DNI Gabbard maintained Iran wasn't building a weapon, causing internal tension. Toll cells. What's happening? Our toll cells are down bad. We are down bad right now. Not trouble in paradise. The toll cells. Where are my toll cells at, huh? What's wrong, Umbreon? Umbreon said, I like Tulsi. She's a Democrat, by the way. She's one of those Democrats who got alienated by the Democrats going too far left and, you know, letting all those transes play sports or whatever. He's ordained by God, but not a king. I slut is over. Rip. Why this matters globally. Risk of a broader war. Experts warn that strikes could engulf the region. Iran may retaliate via its proxies or by disrupting the Strait of Hormuz, I assume. Al Jazeera says Iran's atomic agency condemns, has a recent piece with a journalist in Tehran. Haven't watched it yet, but first minute shows potential reliable info. Read what's going on in Iran. Okay, yeah, we'll check that out. Welcome, Calvin. Good to have you here. So much for no new wars. Yeah, I thought we were getting the anti-war guy. What happened? I was told no new wars. I was told that Ukraine would have never happened under Trump. I was told that Israel and Gaza would have never happened under Trump. I was told both of those would be over by now and that there would be no new wars. What the hell is going on? What is going on, Umbreon? What is going on? He refuses to answer. International reactions. It's Iran's fault. They should have bent the knee when the U.S. threatened to attack. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they're saying, basically. So Israel, of course, was strongly supportive. Netanyahu praised it as historic. Well, it's definitely historic. Europe and the UN urged de-escalation. UN Secretary General Guterres warned against broader conflict. Other nations like China and Russia call for diplomacy. Some, like Cuba and Venezuela, condemn the strike. Impact on civilians. Facilities are near populated areas. Attacks risk civilian harm and heighten nuclear safety hazards. Iran's Atomic Energy Commission emphasized legal violations and nuclear safety concerns. Yeah, let's see. We haven't even, like, what's the, I mean, I guess it just happened, so there probably isn't even, like, I'm beginning to, like, conceptualize the if there were civilian casualties. I'm sure there were. Facilities are near popular. Wait, I just read that, right? Yeah. Markets and trade. Yeah, prices aren't going down, guys. Energy oil prices spiked 10 to 18% on track for $120 a barrel if the strait is threatened. Global trade threats to shipping and increased costs in global supply chains. And refugees, potential civilian displacement if the conflict spreads. Listen, you little crybaby. Go, you're free. Go play. Trump's anti-war branding versus reality. His past campaign promises. Trump campaigned as a non-interventionist. His first term included troop withdrawals from Syria and criticism of endless wars. It was on another pro-Trump channel, and they had the nerve to bring up Kamala and also begin to fault Biden. Yeah. Yep. Well, to be fair, Biden should have never let this happen, right? What is your problem? All right, let's pull up what Common Good said. Al Jazeera. Stop whining. Let's see. Al Jazeera. I personally blame Obama. Thanks, Obama. Thanks a lot, Obama. Classic Obama. I think somehow Kamala would have been worse. Seriously. I had someone in chat earlier saying that, like, I like when they mentioned Kamala, and they were like saying that all of her lies. And I was like, what are her lies? And they go, her entire career. And I'm like, what? So she, like, wasn't vice president? And they're like, well, she got that career by lying. I'm like, okay. What did she lie about? Then they left. Okay, I found it. Thanks, Obama. Everything is a lie. All of it. It's all lies. I need to just like set up some standard so I can just switch scenes for this stuff. But in the meantime, let's watch. Oh yeah, good to see you, Dark Device. Tank topped? Yeah, I'm a tank top fan. Shut up, Nightbot. Another 30-minute timeout. Can't take me seriously. You'll be all right. I don't ask to be taken seriously. All right? I would never ask anyone to take me seriously. Don't listen to Nightbot. Nightbot's just crying because you used all caps or something. Because she's a woman and brown, how could he ever do anything better than a white man? Yeah, that's what I hear. Okay. Let's see what Al Jazeera has to say.
Look at the 3 Iranian nuclear sites that have been attacked by the U.S. The Fordo enrichment plant is estimated to be 80 meters underground. That's well out of reach of Israeli missiles and requires more advanced U.S. weaponry. Natanz is Iran's biggest nuclear site and can enrich uranium to 60%. It's also heavily fortified with underground infrastructure. Isfahan is another critical nuclear site, which is a uranium conversion plant. Let's go live now to our correspondent in the Iranian capital, Tauhid Asadi. Tauhid, good morning to you. Can you tell us about the initial reaction in Iran to the U.S. strikes and what the damage assessment is at this hour?
Well, actually, when it comes to the early reactions, we've got this statement from the Atomic Energy Organization of the country, and also another statement just came out a few minutes ago about this about actually the signs of contamination. They said that there is no sign of nuclear contamination as of date, according to their data. It's a statement that we heard from the Center for Nuclear Safety. Also, they said that there is no danger for people living in the nearby area. But speaking of a previous statement that we got from the Nuclear Energy or Atomic Energy Organization of the country, they confirmed that 3 nuclear sites, Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan, were targeted by the airstrikes of quote-unquote enemy. And also they said that that's a quite clear contradiction of international law, in particular NPT. Iran is a signatory of which, and also they said that IAEA, the UN nuclear watchdog, should be criticized for its
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it stopped. I'm so sorry this keeps happening.
difference and quote-unquote even support as a result of which this recent strikes are taking place. And also they said that
Roe has been staunchly anti-war alongside Massey on the right-wing side. I'm kind of curious. Haven't watched it yet. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. That could be something good to kind of pull back, because I think there's only so much in terms of like the breaking news about this that we can cover, right? So it might be good to take a kind of chill step back, watch some Theo Vaughn and Ro Khanna. I assume they're talking about how the Democrats can appeal to men and stuff. I assume I actually had a conversation with Not So Erudite last night, which will be going live in the morning on my channel. But we were arguing about. Well, I went in to argue about like how the way she describes like the left hating masculinity, the like Democrats hating men, on all this stuff, and I feel like she drastically understates how much like the Republican, like not just Republican, but like the far right, like an alt-right pipeline has like been part of like fueling and funneling young men down this like red pill area that like tells them that Democrats hate men. But I got kind of thrown off kilter at the beginning of the conversation, and it ended up going a different direction. But it was yeah, I like Kyla, but I'm very, very almost always frustrated when I talk to her. The only time that I wasn't frustrated talking to Kylo was like hanging out in person. That was the one time. It was like it was far more organic. It felt like way more real. I don't know. I just whenever we're having conversations on streams, I just don't. I feel like I'm like not. I feel like I'm not being heard. You know. I feel like I'm not being seen when we're like talking online. But like in person, I felt very seen. I felt like I don't know. It's a strange dynamic. Iran isn't any more trustworthy than Donald J. Trump and gang. Maybe Theo's anti-war stuff will feel a little bridging between the left and right. I hope so. That could be some common good, if you will, right? Because she forgets to add toxic to it. Democrats seem to be anti-toxic masculinity. Exactly. And Republicans like don't even acknowledge that toxic masculinity exists. Like when you're the target audience, she seems so smart, but when you're not, it's obvious. Are your donos limited again? They shouldn't be. No, I see all the buttons. I have like Cash App and stuff too. If you want to donate a different way, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube stuff. There it is. 199 from Dark Device. Thank you so much, Dark Device. Appreciate you. You've always been super supportive of the channel. A huge help. They're limited? What do you mean they're limited? Like you can't do like bigger than 199 or something? What's going on? I'm concerned. Is this why no one's been donating to me, or do they just it only gives you that? Really interesting. Let me see. I don't know. I have when I click super chats, it shows $2, but I can like change it. I mean, there's the bar. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Maybe it'll know why that's happening. Okay, Fuzzy, you can. Okay, so it's not like broken completely. One of my supporters says super chats are limited to only $1.99. Why? Yeah. I mean, and you've gifted like way more to me than $1.99, so I know it's maybe refresh. I don't know. Or like if you're on mobile, like reopen the app. I don't know. I'm happy to take your money, so I don't want it to block you from doing that. There's something here doesn't happen on Tiny Chat. Interesting. Yeah, I hope it's just your app glitching. Let's see. iOS in-app purchasing uses fixed pricing tiers. Reddit users point. Yeah, okay, here it is. So they're capped at one. So Reddit users point out that when folks send super chats from an iPhone, they're limited to Apple's preset tiers. So you often see amounts like 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99, as one Redditor explained. If a super chat ends in 99, they were made on iOS. These are the amounts that Apple allows from app purchases. It's the lowest visible tier, but messages under $5 typically aren't pinned or highlighted for long. Yeah. Your supporter is very likely using iOS, which restricts... Yeah, it looks like it's iOS. Which restricts Apple's in-app purchase tiers. But hang on. Because I'm also an iOS user, so let me see what it looks like on my end. Yeah, I have the bar too. Is it the oh no, I know super stickers are $1.99. But it doesn't look like you did that. It looks like you did a super chat. So I don't know why. I don't know, man. Well, I don't know. Obviously, it's up to you, like how you wanna handle it. If it's not working for you, but if you're willing to use Cash App or something, then I can use that to like buy people gifted memberships and shit. That'd be cool. But regardless, I appreciate your support. Thank you. Like regardless of what happens, you've been wildly charitable. There it is. Looks like we fixed it. Look at that. $50 from the Dark Device. Thank you so much. That's huge. That's crazy. Thank you. That's such a cool thing to see. There it is. Yeah, sorry that was happening to you. But look at that beautiful, beautiful pink super chat. $49.99 from the Dark Device. One of the biggest supporters of the channel. We love our whales. Give Dark Device some angry jiggles in the chat. Unfortunately, his account can't get memberships, I believe, but we can spam angry jiggles in his honor, nonetheless. And Care Reacts and Shreks and Baby Embryons and Squirtles and all the above. Pink wins. Yes, that's right. Pink always wins. In one of my Facebook groups I'm in, like someone asked, what are you guys wearing to World War III? And I said pink. I'm wearing pink to World War III. A big beautiful super chat. The big beautiful super chat. Definitely can't gift. Yeah, I know. You're good. Appreciate you. That's beautiful. Seriously. Thank you so much. Let's finish this Al Jazeera video. Oh. Looks like I gotta do the thing. Yes, we can do the flower and an angry emote as well. A good alternative for those who don't have the membership.
Places targeted were under full inspection of IAEA, and that the national industry related to nuclear program of the country is not going to be stopped there. This is the very latest statement that we have from the Iranian side. We are still waiting. I am sure that it doesn't answer the very fundamental question that is out there, which is how Iran is going to react right now.
Indeed.
For that, we are waiting for further military and political statements coming out, as this recent statement looks to be more technical, but we can
Let me ask
consider
you about
this bigger context in which Iran is saying
and you are right to say that
States decide to.
You are right to say that it's too early now for the political reactions because it's very early in the morning in Tehran. But just to recap what you were telling us, what we heard from the Iranian Atomic Agency is that no sign of contamination right now as a result of these 3 U.S. strikes on these 3 sites, and no danger for the people living around these sites. Which brings me to the question of whether there was any sort of preparations made by the Iranian authorities in anticipation of a potential U.S. strike on these sites. We have been talking for a number of days now.
I think it charged me twice. Make sure you get them both. Uh-oh. I definitely only have one $50 super chat. Let me switch over to fan funding. Yeah, it's just I got the $1.99 and then the $49.99, which I mean is so it's absolutely amazing regardless. But yeah, hopefully it's not double charging you and only giving me one. That is concerning. Uh-oh. Make sure it charged you twice. It probs didn't. Maybe it didn't. Well, I think he's saying that he thinks it did. Yeah, one may drop off. Yeah. Yeah, keep me updated on that. I mean, DM me if it doesn't go away, and I can also, or I don't know if one of us has to go, if one or both of us has to like contact YouTube and try to figure it out. Probably makes more sense for you two, but I will also send an email if need be, or like file a thing. Just let me know.
Now, about the Fordo plant, were there preparations made to clear these sites, perhaps?
Well, if you don't care, I want to make sure I get the money then, you know.
Yes, I can cite the same statement that came from the Center for Safety, Nuclear Safety of the country. They said that there was some preparation, and also initially we've got this report from IRIB, the state TV, claiming that no nuclear material, no dangerous material were there under when these strikes took place. I'm sure that we have to keep waiting for further details, as still we don't have anything about damage assessment coming from the Iranian side. For that, we should keep waiting. But what we know is that based on what they have put out as a sort of a statement, we can rest assured that Iranians were sort of prepared for this, specifically after Donald Trump, the U.S. president, came out to say that there is a possibility for such a strike. And now, as I told you earlier, and as you mentioned, they're saying that for the people living nearby, there is no danger, according to the latest data. But still, we have to keep in mind that this is not the first time that Iran's nuclear facilities are being targeted. Previously, from day one of the Israeli strikes, Natanz was targeted for several times alongside with other nuclear facilities of the country. And from the Iranian side, what we are having at these over the past few days is that these centers were under full inspection of IAEA, and that's quite contradictory to the international law, as this.
Oh, it stopped again. But also, it was my donuts from yesterday and today being presented. All good. Okay, good. Yeah, interesting. Glad that we cleared it up, though. They warned Iran for days and days. How do we know they didn't just move the uranium? I guess we don't at this point. It is possible. Maybe if they did, then I guess that Trump will probably try to strike again. So it's against you today. Yeah.
Previously were saying that the United States is there to be blamed because it gave a sort of green light for the initiation of the Israeli strikes. And of course, they had a role there when it comes to the resolution that was adopted by the Board of Governors of IAEA. They're saying that this resolution was drafted and then supported by the United States and other three European countries. Also, we had this earlier warning, speaking of the response,
let me just
something
ask
that
you,
is critically important at the time being.
Right.
Your test is confirmed. I see testing in the chat. Successful test.
Tawhid, let me just ask you, let me jump in there and ask you about the options on the table now for Iran. Prior to the U.S. Attacking these three sites, the Iranian had warned against any U.S. intervention in the conflict between Iran and Israel. We are, of course, as you said, waiting for political reaction. But what might Iran do next? How will they respond to the U.S. centering the conflict?
I don't like Iran. I don't like Iran. Let's not bomb it. I agree. Thank you again. Seriously, thank you so much. So cool. Like, I meant like. I don't like. I got you. Yeah. Let's not. I could not agree more. But you know what we should like? The stream. If you're watching, like the stream. And like Dark Devices donos. Give him some likes, because he is, again, just a fantastic supporter of the channel. Been so gracious. Really can't thank you enough. I am consistently humbled when you donate. When everyone, I mean, it's I'm still like getting used to that even being a thing. The fact that people are like actually like paying me when I'm streaming is just a phenomenal feeling. So thank you, seriously. It's unreal.
Well, speaking of the details, so far Iranians have decided not to spill the beans about their plans, but the very gist of the matter was something that we heard from the Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei when it comes to his very latest video statement that came out a couple of days ago. He said that the possibility of U.S. intervention runs the risk of quote-unquote irreversible damage, and he said that previously that is going to lead into escalation. And it was also Iranian president, Iranian foreign minister, they're all saying that this possibility, which is now getting translated into reality, runs the risk of dragging the entire escalation, which is already in an unprecedented level, to a next level, in which there is a possibility for a regional all-out war scenario that is a very dangerous scenario, according to Iranian officials. And Iranians are saying that we haven't prepared for this. We talked to one of military officials, security officials. He said that we haven't prepared for it in the last 10 years, and we are going to have no problem with prolonged war, according to this military official who told us about that possibility. The thing is that Iranians are prepared for that, but speaking of the reaction, they're saying that any American asset in the region is going to be a potential.
How many levels? Wait, I don't know what the question, what you're referring to. Provo Kid with the 199. Thank you so much, Provo. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for always shouting me out when I hop into your streams. Provo is a long time radical coder supporter. He's damn near day one. Provo has been in my corner. Despite our many core disagreements, Provo has been an absolute king. So really appreciate you, buddy.
Potential retaliatory target when it comes to Iranian response. But now that red line is crossed, American intervention, something Iranians were warning about, is there as a part of reality on the ground. But still we have to keep waiting to see how Iran is going to formulate its response.
Okay, Tawhid, we will of course be checking in with you throughout the morning here.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much that on that. We'll see what happens from here. It's good that well, maybe not good from Trump's point of view that Iran was kind of prepared for something like this, but good from a civilian point of view, no doubt. Okay, I really have to pee, so I'm going to do another quick break. This one won't be very long, so stick around. Calvin says, didn't Trump pull out some nuke deal with Iran during his first? He sure did. He sure did pull out of the Iran nuclear deal during his first admin. He absolutely did. Called it a terrible deal. Seems like this is a worse deal for everyone involved, but I guess we'll see. But I will be right back. Let me pull up. Oh, the Dachshund World Peace. Let me see. Yeah, chair stream. I will. Okay. Oh no, I gotta fix this still. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do when I get back is set up some scenes, so I just have these to switch into. So we'll do that, and I'm gonna play. Let's do Orange Man Bad, because he is.
Orange hue, the headlines scream. Power grab, a broken dream. Watchdogs gone, the system bends. Justice twisted where it ends. Promises whispered, lies unfold. A gilded cage, a story told. He claims a mandate, whispers loud, but cracks are showing in the crowd. Is this the land where freedom rings, or just the echo of puppet strings? He rewrites rules, a tyrant's hand, across the nation, shifting sand. Accountability, a fading word. The truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the night. He's not above, he's not the law, a broken system destined to fall. Trade wars raging, prices soar, empty pockets wanting more. Allies abandoned, left to bleed, while autocrats plant their wicked seed. From border walls to broken trust, a nation's spirit turned to dust. The silenced voices start to rise, reflecting anger in their eyes. Is this the land where freedom rings, or just the echo of puppet strings? He rewrites rules, a tyrant's hand, across the nation, shifting sand. Accountability, a fading word. The truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the night. He's not above, he's not the law, a broken system destined to fall. From pardoned rioters to stolen rights, he fuels the darkness, ignites the fights. A predator's smile, a knowing glance. He dances on a fragile chance, but whispers turn to roaring sounds. Truth and justice are unbound. Accountability, a fading word. The truth distorted, barely heard. He shields himself, a king's disguise, while democracy slowly dies. No policy, no left or right, just shadows creeping in the night. He's not above, he's not the law, a broken system destined to fall. He's not above, he's not the law. The time is coming for us all.
Such a banger. Such a banger. Love that song. Yeah, it is Suno. It is Suno. No, I'm back. I'm back. All right, I ate some of my burrito while I was sitting here just enjoying the song. Yeah, it's a Suno song. I made that actually. Funny enough, that song. I did a Throwdown Thursday like a month or two ago on the Raging Tomato, and I set up like this big opening statement about why Orange Man bad, because he is, obviously, as we can tell more than ever. But I wrote like this long opening statement, and I fed that statement into Suno and asked it to make a song, and that's what it came out with. And it really just slaps, I listened to that like driving around town. I also have another one called Beanie and the Breakdown that's about Tim Pool. But that'll be a future one. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Tim Pool song, okay? That'll be especially prescient if I ever get invited out to Timcast, which I think is a real possibility, I think it could happen. I'm coming for you, Beanie Boy. And I mean that in a nice way, not in a dangerous way. Okay. Staying tuned just for the Tim Pool slapper. Okay, let me see if I have it. Now, since I mentioned it, I think I have to switch Suno accounts. So give me a second here. It is a really good song. It was about it was when what happened? There was something, I think, what's his name? There was a kid who went on Tim Pool's show. What's that one political commentator kid? They were talking about Enrique Tarrio and like the plot, and Tim was like screaming at him saying like, "Oh, you don't even know blah blah blah," and then he just calmly like explains like all the specific details. Let me see. Aha. But which one's the good one? Wait. Oh no, I got an error. Beanie. Beanie and the Breakdown. Here it is. This is the one. This has got to be it.
I used to trust your every word like neon lights that never fade. Clung to your broadcasts undeterred. Believed the path that you portrayed. But shadows grew behind the screen, revealed the cracks within your stance. Now I'm questioning what I've seen, caught up in this doubtful dance. Ignored the signs, dismissed the doubt, thought your voice was guiding me. But now the
Sorry, guys. I'll fix it. Hang on.
Now I'm stepping out from your echoes, embracing strength from here. Neon signs now flicker dim, conspiracies that you once spun. Your frames once bright, now glowing slim. The jokes you cracked, they're coming undone. You taught me how to question all, but never showed the other side. Now I'm standing, feeling tall, with newfound hope and wider eyes. Called a sheeple with a grin, but now the tables turn around. Truth steps out from deep within, lifting me from solid ground. Oh, the beat and the breakdown, from whispers to a roaring sound. Watching your facade unwind as I rise up from the ground. Once I laughed at all the noise, now I'm singing loud and clear. Stepping out from your echoes, embracing strength from here. We all need heroes to believe, a beacon in the darkest night. But when your truth starts to deceive, it's time to step into the light. Your empire built on shifting sand can't withstand the truth's embrace. With every step I understand, I'm finding my own place. So good. Oh, the beat and the breakdown, now it's all unraveling fast. No more shadows, no more doubt. I found a love that's built to last. Walls are falling, skies are clear. My voice is strong and ringing true. No more echoes in my ear. I'm forging paths that lead me through.
Anyway, that's Beanie and the Breakdown. It's about a disillusioned Tim Pool fan who used to love Tim Pool and then realized that he was lying. Yeah, it's all made with Suno. Suno.com. Completely AI. I mean, I probably the lyrics for that one, I think I like generated and twisted and changed a few times, but yeah, like I remixed it a few times, but it's yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all AI. As for dishes, I actually, okay. Am I the only one who does this? I assume I'm not. Whenever I see someone put just, maybe it's because I don't have, I mean, my dishwasher is pretty good, but it's not amazing. Like, whenever I see someone just put the dishes in, like when they're dirty, I feel like they never come out actually clean. Like they always have like residue, and it just freaks me out. I can't stand it. So I've always used dishwasher as like a sanitization step. Like I will wash all of my dishes individually and get like get any food off them. And then I'll put it in the dishwasher. And I kind of like it's kind of like a relaxing thing to me to like wash dishes. So maybe that's like part of why I'm willing to do that, but also like, yeah, it just grosses me out. Like I've never had a good enough dishwasher to not do that. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. Oh boy. If you use a dishwasher with the heat, it never upsets me. No, I use it with the heat. It still has like residue. I hate dishes in laundry. I scrub the stuff off and rinse off before putting in the dish. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, Fuzzy. Yeah, we agree. Man. Possibly OCD. Oh, definitely OCD. Yeah. That's why I think that's why Rubik's Cubes are so appealing to me as well. Where's my 3x3 cube? Damn. Alright, we'll do 4x4. You guys want to see a solid 4x4? Let's take a break from politics and shit. Let's just chill. How's everyone doing? Tell me how you're feeling. How's your World War III going so far? Umbreon's not liking it. He says, no, I don't like World War III. It's okay, buddy. Here. Let's do just a nice classic 4x4 solve. I think this might be it. I might just do this solve and then I might like close out because I'm getting a little, I don't know, feel a little antsy. I feel like I want to go pace around, maybe work out a bit. And I think Umbreon wants to run around him as well. So let's just solve the 4x4, and then we'll go from there. So any final thoughts while I solve this? It should take a couple minutes, so there should be time to get in whatever final sentiments you want to say. And I think we'll go live again tomorrow night. I'm probably going to go visit some family during the day, but we'll stream again tomorrow. I also have to work on a proposal for a big project that I'm starting on. I have to get that finished. It's almost done, but my back hurts this day of World War III. I hate that. Hate back pain. I had a herniated disc a couple years ago now, and I have never been the same. It was the worst pain of my life. For a month, I could not sleep. I was just in pain constantly. Just endless suffering. It was absolutely miserable. All right. Let's see. We got our centers solved. Now we gotta work on our pairs. Sounds like you're in a bag of cereal, not complaining. I just don't like cereal. That's hilarious. I fuck with cereal. Yeah, I guess the sound is probably crazy because it's like right next to the mic. I hope I don't get the parody because I don't know it. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Now it's just a 3x3. So I used to be able to do this in a minute and a half. Can you believe that? I used to average like just over like a minute 30, I think, for this. Technically, I'm supposed to have a tail. That's crazy. Almost done. Last layer. Look at that. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Not bad. Not bad for I haven't solved it in a few months, so that's pretty cool. I got lucky too. There wasn't a lot of weird scenarios there. 2 discs that grind against each other in the lower tailbone area from a bad fall I had at 9 years old. Oof. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Yeah, for me it was, I think I just like had bad posture for a long time. And I was just sitting for, coding for 8 hours a day plus and just sitting. Like I never stretched properly. And I had like sciatica like briefly in college, and I didn't know like what it was. And then I had the herniated disc a few years later, and I started like learning a bunch about like what was actually happening to my body. And I highly recommend, if anyone ever has any sort of back issues, check out Bob and Brad. Bob and Brad on YouTube. Absolute game changers. Saved my life, seriously. Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, does that hurt? I'm curious too. I'm a caveman. All right. I'm about to call it. Let me think if there's any final thing I want to do. Oh, let's do connections. Extra rooted wisdom teeth? Oh no. Oh, I hated getting my wisdom teeth out. I remember getting the whatever that shit was. I got like hydrocodone, and I would just like walk around after I got it, and I just listened to like Game of Thrones audiobooks. That was like the chillest time of my life. Today's close. Yeah. Okay. Bob and Brad Physical Therapy. Exactly. Yep. Bob and Brad. So fantastic. It's a huge YouTube channel. They're absolutely fantastic. So much. So like really, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't find their channel. And there was a guy named Charlie, I think, who had another good one. But yeah, they were absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Port Pursuit Progressive Secession. Hey, Coder, can you tell what topics in advance you will debate with Noir? Yes, I can. It's just going to be like a wide variety of Trump things, but I have his document. Hang on. I meant to post this in... I think I'll just post the document. I mean, I don't see why not. Like, he shared it with me, so I assume he doesn't care if it's, like, public. Oh, I have it in Discord. Or actually, what I'll do is I'm gonna grab the document. Give me just a second. summarize all the main subjects of this into a exhaustive list of bullet points. It's done loading. I'll pull it up, but in the meantime, I'm gonna do connections. Let's see. Euphoria, Entourage. This is gotta be TV shows, right? Succession. Wire. It'd be The Wire though, right? So like, because this would be like The Flash, The Wire. Succession, Euphoria, Entourage. Is Departed, is that a show? One Away. So it's not Departed, it's something else. Departed, Progressive, Port Remaining? I don't understand that one. So I'm hesitant to try it. Oh, Insecure is a show. Oh, okay. Insecure, Euphoria, Entourage, Succession. Let's go. Oh, we got Dark Device with another donation of $20. Dude, thank you so much. I'm half man, half time sucking at everything normal people do. Also, there is no autocorrect in donos. Well, whatever. We love it anyway. Thank you so much. Definitely. I think you've been by far the biggest supporter of the stream. Seriously, it's huge. Rude Crab, we are just playing connections on New York Times. I'm about to wrap up, so I'm just doing my connections. We got our HBO shows, things that connote the left. Departed, Progressive, Port Remaining. Departed? Oh. Leaving port, Departed. What's left, what's remaining, and Progressive. Like on the left. I see. What left might mean. Okay. And then there's The Wire, The Flash. I'm guessing The Bulletin and The Pursuit or The Liberty. No, it's got Life, Happiness, Liberty, and Pursuit of Happiness. That feels too... Yeah, I'm assuming so. Let's try. Yep, okay, cool. Nouns from a famous line in Declaration of Independence. Oh, and sorry, I realize it's not showing properly, but I actually got both of those right. Yeah, this is the New York Times Connections game. Yeah, I love Connections also. And obviously, The Wire, The Flash, The Bulletin, The Report. I guess these are also shows, right? News announcement. Oh, okay. That's not what I thought, but that's fine. Not bad. Maybe we'll do the Wordle as well. I always do mean or beans. I like mean and beans as good starters because it has both E and A and N and M, S, you know. So let's try it. Okay. So we got an M in a different place. So let's try tomb. No, we need more letters. Prime. No, there's no E. No E, no E, no E. Like using great and dream. Yeah, those are good ones too, for sure. Rummy? That's a word, right? Oh, shoot. Okay. Heading in the right direction. So still M not here or here, but there is an R and a U. So So it doesn't start with an R or an M, but it could start with a U. That doesn't feel right, does it? I don't think that's right. Let me refresh these. Maybe strum? Well, it can't be, there's no S. But maybe plum? Plume? No, because I can't do a E. Plumb? Plumb? Nope. Damn. Okay, so M is either the last letter or the second one. Throw a word with PTSD. Yeah, no S's. No S's. Come on, common good. Let's see. So M can't be there. It's got to end with an M, right? Thrum? Thrum, is that a word? Thrum? I guess it's thrum. Well, what does that even mean? It's thrum. Oh, okay, like a thrum. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, David, we are still going, but only for a few moments longer. We were just wrapping up with our we did connections, and then we did Wordle. We got the word thrum. And I solved my 4x4 Rubik's Cube in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I think it was a good stream. We got a whole bunch of, just one more time, let's run through the support we got. Lots of great support, mostly from Dark Device. Gave us $1.99, $49.99, $4.99, and then Provo Kid came in with a $1.99, and then Dark Device also came in again with $19.99. Super cool, super appreciated. Seriously, it makes it all worth it. Literally, like, makes it actually, like, makes me spending my time on this, like, productive, which is super exciting. I gave him money. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's appreciated is what it is. But yeah, thank you all. Here's a picture of Umbreon again. God, it's so cute. God, he's such a good boy. Come here, buddy. You want to say goodnight to everybody? Come here. Oh, that's a good time on a Rubik's Cube. Well, it's the 4x4. So it's a, for a regular Rubik's Cube, I can do like 30 seconds, no problem. Like if I get over 30 seconds with a regular Rubik's Cube, I'm embarrassed. Like I'm ashamed if I do over 30 seconds on a regular Rubik's Cube. So it's a good post-World War III stream. I agree. I don't know if I have... Oh, no. Yeah, Calvin, I got you. Yeah. I was going to bring it back to that. You were 100% right. Okay. Here's a summary. So here's an exhaustive list of main subjects and subtopics covered in the document from Rob. So his main thing was all criticisms of Trump by the Democrats and media should be laughed at and ignored. And his first claim was that Hillary's campaign allegedly colluded with Russian source Igor Donchenko via the Steele dossier. My debate with Rob was explicitly about this claim, my recent one. We were really focused on that because I think that one alone, that led us into a 2-hour debate. Okay. We had 2 hours on this topic alone because I thought I consider it misleading what he was saying. I've been vindicated more and more since then, in my opinion. Also, Clinton Foundation's involvement in the Uranium One deal, Bill Clinton's $500,000 speech at Russian bank near time of Uranium One approval. In terms of lawfare and legal weaponization, Democrats using lawfare to target Trump. FISA warrants to spy on Trump campaign lacked probable cause. Alvin Bragg used novel legal theory in New York case. Letitia James ran for office pledging to prosecute Trump. Obstruction of justice allegations. Hillary's team destroyed subpoenaed emails and devices, which is technically true. Biden's ghostwriter allegedly destroyed tapes after investigation threat. I haven't looked into that one yet. Classified documents mishandling. Hillary Clinton's private server case. Joe Biden's improper document storage. Presidential health concerns. Allegations that Biden team covered up health issues. Claim Biden was not fully in control of his administration. The vegetable trope. I don't buy that personally. Threat to democracy. Election integrity. Kamala Harris installed as vice president. I remember voting for a ticket that had her name on it in multiple elections, but Biden aides admitted using undemocratic tactics to prevent Trump's return. We'll have to look into what that means specifically. Ballot access challenges against Trump. So 14th Amendment stuff. We need to get together about law sometime if you like. I would love to. Yeah, absolutely. I'm also probably gonna once I do like a research stream preparing for this, because I think this is a week from now. So maybe tomorrow I'll dive into research on these things. But I'm also gonna I'm gonna try to talk to Pisco. I feel like Pisco would be really good to prepare with me for this, and I think he'd be willing. Free speech and censorship. Obama administration targeted whistleblowers more than all prior presidents. Surveillance of Fox News reporter James Rosen. Judge Doty ruled Biden administration's COVID and election speech suppression efforts likely unconstitutional. Trump meme poster jailed. Ricky Vaughn case. Oh, I think I've read about this one before. That's definitely misleading. It should be a fun one. Okay, after this, I'll watch the Hillary debate you just uploaded with Nora. By the way, were you allowed to pick any of the topics? It seems pro. Yeah, so what happened was this is all like stuff from his notes. And I accused him of, I accused Rob of like spreading misinformation in the way that he discusses these topics. And throughout the conversation about that, he ended up sharing with me his document. And I said, I will go through and I'll research all these things. And we can like discuss each one, and we'll see what holds up and what I think deserves to be challenged. Pisco is awesome for Fed law. Yeah, for sure. Pisco's great. I'm a big Pisco fan. Let's see. There's a few more. Pay-to-play allegations. Qatar donation to Clinton Foundation while Hillary was Secretary of State. Clinton Foundation's alleged political influence and monetization. Campaign finance and billionaire support. Clinton, Biden, and Harris each massively outspent Trump in their respective races. More billionaires supported Democratic candidates than Trump in all three races. Specific donors: Bloomberg, Gates, Harris, Musk, Mellon, Trump. Attacks on political opponents. God, there's so many things here. Trump allies like Bannon and Navarro legally targeted. Hunter Biden ignored subpoena, faced no jail time. Pro-life advocates and school board parents allegedly targeted by the DOJ. There's a lot of stuff about this that I think is not true, or is very misleading. There's a lot of misinformation about those things. Biden-era CBP peak detention of unaccompanied minors was nearly double Trump's peak. Biden allegedly promoted Find People hoax. I don't think it's a hoax. He was talking about people who were trying to keep up Confederate statues, to be clear. Schumer's reaped the whirlwind. Kavanaugh summit cited. Bernie supporter shot Steve Scalise. Democrats didn't accept blame. That's going to be an interesting one, because I don't think any Republicans have taken any sort of blame for what happened in Minnesota recently, right? So that's an interesting topic for Rob to push on. Pelosi's reaction to Republican criticism over rhetoric. Biden allegedly issued last-minute pardons via AutoPen. Sexual assault allegations. Oh my God, there's just so many things. I'm not even gonna keep reading. We can see it though. FAR violations, lying to law enforcement, election denial, insurrections, and political violence. She did promote a freedom fund. I don't think it was for rioters though. Yeah. Lots of stuff here. Tara Reid accusations against Biden. And James Carville's $100 bill smear against Paula Jones. All this stuff. Yep. Anyway, those are all the topics that I'm going to be running down with Rob. I'll probably have a handful that I feel really strongly about, and I'll focus on. So if Trump, as if Trump never used AutoPen, yeah, right? Yes, absolutely. Common good. Night, night. Stay connected. We will be okay. Absolutely. I appreciate the good vibes from all of you. Nora's like a defense attorney. He seeks out anything that can defend Trump. Yeah, he's good. He's good at that too. It's very effective. But yeah, I think I wish I was more prepared before that like 2-hour conversation that I posted. But it was I jumped in on a whim, like and we talked for 2 hours on just the first claim here, just the Hillary campaign allegedly colluding with a Russian source, Igor Danchenko, via the Steele dossier. So that whole conversation's about that one statement, which I think is still very misleading. I don't think that there's any evidence that Hillary's campaign colluded by any definition, or that I think they accused him of being Rob said that he was a suspected Russian spy. And he had been under investigation like in 2011 or something, and he had been off the FBI radar for like 6 years before this happened, like 5 years, I guess, 5 years. Anyway, he's not a Republican. Friendly reminder. Does Rob say he's not a Republican? That's funny. Anyway, much love to you all. Thanks again for hanging out. Stay safe. We will be okay. Like Common Good said, yeah, it's gonna be all right. Drink lots of water, send love to your family and friends, and to your favorite streamers like me. And we'll be seeing you very soon. I wanted to see if I can, hang on. I don't know if I can, like, I know there's only a handful of people here right now, so it doesn't really matter that much, but I just want to see, like, how raids, if I can do raids. Like, is that even a thing I have access to yet? Or do I have to be... Yeah, much love to you, Dark Device. Thanks again. I think it might be something I have to be over 1,000 subs for. Because I've never seen an option for it. But I'm gonna explore for a second here, just in case. Because I'd like to know. If I can raid people, that'd be cool. Especially when we have, like, a lot more people around. Good night, everyone. You'll get there. Yeah, for sure. I think so too. I feel really optimistic. I'm already live. Okay, if I go into YouTube Studio, content, live. Okay, I can see this stream. There's got to be a view in live control room. Okay, okay. Getting somewhere. Oh, cool. Lots of useful stuff here, but don't know if there's a way. Okay, there's an end stream button. I'm just gonna try that and see if there's it gives me an option. I saw Nora's follow-up debate with Dave Vaughn, the black guy from Twitter that jumped on Raging Tomato. I can't lie, Rob bested him. He is well-researched, like White House press secretary. I will send you facts. Yeah, absolutely, I appreciate it. Yeah, again, on like Twitter or Discord, whatever you prefer. But yeah, I saw some of that conversation. Seemed good. But yeah, it's hard to. He does. There was a point where Davon mentioned that like he's like, I feel like we're like jumping around a lot, and I very much that it does feel like that when Rob gets like whenever I'm pressing on something specific, if he wants to move off it, he does a really good job at moving away and like distracting me. So I have to like, I gotta stay focused, you know. Like I gotta be like, this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm focusing on. Okay, I'm gonna click end stream and see if this just if it just ends, then that's it. If it gives me an option to raid, then I'll send you guys like tomfoolery or something. But much love, everyone. Hey Vic, we're leaving. And bye Vic. Hi Vic, bye Vic. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just don't think I have access to raids yet. Yes, join the Discord through the link above. You can share there, absolutely. I think, I don't know if Calvin already joined, but appreciate you all either way. I will see you soon. I'll stream again tomorrow, so just be on topic. Yeah, absolutely. All right, again, love you all. Drink water. Keep learning. Learning is radical. Umbreon loves you as well. Goodbye.